Hey everyone, I just wanted to go really quickly into just the thought process of plays that we can make in an inefficient marketplace. I am working on a video where I'm going to show you how I look at TCG in a very similar way that I look at, let's say, stocks trading, right? In this case, we have Marvel Superheroes Collector Booster. It's at about $490 right now, okay? What I want people to understand and to look at is this, okay? Let's forget the graph for now. I am actually working on my own type of a stock market type of deal. This is just a preview for the next video that I'm making, but I just want you guys to see something here. Let's go to this software that I use real quick. Okay, so I have my software here. This is a very known software, and I recommend it to everyone who's actually serious about TCG. Let's look at Marvel Superheroes. The actual expected value inside of a box is $400, okay? So right now, the median, which means this is the most likely outcome for the general population that buys a box, this is the most likely outcome. You're going to get about $370 inside of it. And there's a standard deviation of about 48%, right? So it could go up or down 194.60, okay? Let's just keep that in mind for now. Now let's look at another very popular product, which is the Spider-Man. Look at what happened to this. Look how this shot up. It is at $421, and this is where our story begins. So now let's look at a Spider-Man collector booster box, okay? Now we have the standard deviation of $245. This is important again, because this is an 84% standard deviation, okay? Now, another thing that I want to show you guys is, let's compare the two to see the values of the cards inside. So on rarity, I come here and I usually select mythics and I go by rares just to get an overall sense. So in Spider-Man, look at the most expensive cards. Let's keep out the soul stones, right? And these, because these are very like the chases, so to speak, right? So I mean, actually they are omitting the Spider-Man actual, I forgot was it the neon, whatever, what the symbiotic Spider-Man and all the other stuff, right? So they're omitting that from this, but they're also omitting all these like top chases from the other sets as well, so we can get an actual like real estimate, right? So let's look at here. We got 145. These are foils only, right? These are foils only, so 145, 120, and then what happens? Immediately dips to $20 range. $20, $20, $25, $28, okay? And these are for the top mythics, and it goes down, as you can see, to $2, $3, and so on and so forth for Spider-Man, okay? So there's not a lot of value in the mythics here. Now let's look at Marvel Superheroes. Let's come here and let's click on the mythics just so we can get an average. All right, so let's forget the Mind Stone. Then we have, 174, 143, but then we get, look, Mind Stone is 53. Then we get Ultron at 84, 50, 38, 34, 34, 40, 25. So my point is this, right? As of now, the market is valuing Spider-Man very closely, $60 less than Marvel Superheroes. Which means that if we look at Spider-Man at 421, you are getting about 69% of your value in the cards inside of it themselves, right? So people are basically just gambling for the soul stone, essentially, right? But when you look at Marvel Superheroes, it's 490, but you are getting about 80% of the card value. Not only are you getting 80% of the card value inside, you are also getting a standard deviation that's not 84%, a standard deviation that's 48%, which means you are more likely to make the actual median here. We are way more likely to actually come out with a positive outcome because the variance is going to be low. So when a product that has a high variance, yes, you can hit the big chase cards, but that doesn't really mean much for the majority of people, because if you don't hit that chase card, you're typically stuck with nothing. So this is up or down 194, and this is up or down 245. Do you see the big difference? And now let's tie all of this back in here. What do I mean by this? Why is this important? Well, if you think Spider-Man is worth $420, do you really think that the market is pricing Marvel Superheroes appropriately? This is TCG Player. As of yesterday, I haven't checked Amazon today. As of yesterday, you can still buy Marvel Superheroes for $460. on Amazon. I just want people to start looking at how an inefficient marketplace works, because this does not make any sense. There's a lot more value in Marvel superheroes. There's not a lot of bulk. In Spider-Man, it's mostly bulk. So if you're like, I don't know how to make plays, I missed out on this, the market is too expensive, I don't know how to play this market. This is how you play the market. Now, am I saying that if you buy this for $500, you're going to guarantee profits, sir, by the end of the week? No, I'm not saying that. I don't have a crystal ball. The market could collapse tomorrow and everybody loses everything. That's okay. But if we're looking at probabilities of outcomes, if Spider-Man can go from, super low, right? 300-ish or whatever. It was like in the 300 range. Yeah. If they can shoot up, and nobody wanted it. So this is way below distribution cost, by the way, actually, right? It was like I think it was like, actually, no, it's still like above distribution cost, but it's like you're not making any profits, like 330. Like these people here were losing money, right? After shipping and taxes and everything like that. So the distribution cost was 320 or something, 330 or something like that. But yeah, so these people were like losing money, and then people are like, you know what? This is not even MSRP product anymore. I bought some for 260 at Micro Center. They didn't even care. Just get this out of my site. What I'm saying is that right now we're getting close to the MSRP of this product, and meanwhile, this is barely a little bit over MSRP, which is $455. I just want people to understand that a lot of the times, people start making their moves in silence. And then when it finally pops, people are like, oh, let's jump on the bandwagon. Like, this is popping, right? Oh, now that Final Fantasy is finally selling crazy again, let's all buy Final Fantasy at the peak. So I don't buy at the peak. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen here. I have a few of my Marvel superheroes, and I'm really looking to add to my position. Why? Because I really see this box being a $700 box. 100%. I mean, it's going to take a while. This is a longer term investment. I'm not even saying long term. I'm saying it's a longer term investment because there's a lot of cards. There are lots of cards that are desirable inside of this collector booster box. There are not a lot of desirable cards here, so their prices should not be equal. Does that make sense? Let's see what happens here. Let's keep this in the back of our heads. And I just want you, again, just making this video just to throw some ideas out there. There are a lot. I do a lot of arbitraging. That's like my main thing. I love arbitraging because, again, it's an inefficient market. It's a bunch of people that don't really analyze things deeply, right? Now, again, where I think Spider-Man is going to end up, I mean, it's probably going to end up in the 500 range, right? Eventually, it will end up there, especially once they release all the stones, the Thanos stones. I don't know what they're called. Who cares? Infinity stones. There you go. I knew what they're called. I watched the movie. So once they throw all the Infinity stones there, what's going to happen to the price of these? Well, people are probably going to chase all of them, and this is the only way to get that particular soul stone, right? So I do believe that people will start ripping this just to chase that soul stone to complete their collections or for whatever the case may be. Again, that's a guess, that's a gamble, that is just, but again, I have my thesis behind it. I'm not just going, I think this is gonna go to 500. No, I mean, there's a thesis behind it, right? So stick to your guns, follow what you see in front of you. I really see the people that buy the Marvel superheroes at this range, at literally at MSRP now. You can find it at MSRP if you even look around. I was talking about Amazon, but you can find it at MSRP. People that are buying it right now are really going to position themselves well. That's what I think. I genuinely believe that. But again, don't listen to me. Run your analysis, and as we'll see soon, on the next video, I'm going to go over The Hobbit to see what's going on in The Hobbit, to see if we can draw some ideas of what to do in this new market. All right, that's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching.